more on AI and how it can get you that extra, whatever it is, 10,000 or more a month. Hey guys, it's Bob Ferngren, and I'm back. And my heart, my desire, my prayer is to help those of you who are getting close to 50s, 60s, 70s, or 80s live the best life. In other words, the second half of your life be so much better than the first half of your life. So, if you would like your financial world to change, if perhaps you're on Social Security and your $1,200 a month check isn't paying the bills, if you'd like to stay in your home instead of have to sell it because you don't have much money coming in anymore, if you'd like to pay off debt that you've been wondering, will I die with this debt or will it be gone by the time I'm dead? If you are desiring cash vacations and possibly you still have young children like I do and you want to set them up, financially and set them up school-wise by great private Christian schools where Jesus Christ, the King of all, is the main event there. If whatever your if is, that 10,000 or more a month, the answer today is AI. What do I mean by that? Well, if I was you, and I do a lot of this, I would say, on whatever format I use, ChatGPT, Chatty, really need $10,000 extra a month. I'm 55 years old. I have 2 teenage children. We are living paycheck to paycheck. We're not saving. We're not going on vacations. We're not being able to do the things we need to do. And I'm concerned as I get older. What are the opportunities for someone to make $10,000 a month without getting another job, without going in more in debt? What are the opportunities? There's your first question. And guess what? Whatever AI system you're using is going to tell you what the opportunities are. Now, you could refine that and say, you get your response and it lists some things like affiliate marketing, network marketing, TikTok shop, selling Amazon things. It could be other online things you do. It could be other things you could do working from home. It's ridiculous. You can even, maybe you have some creative tendencies. It's going to lean you more towards creating content and things like that. I can tell you this, it'll never, ever, 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 ever be easier to make $10,000 or more extra a month working from home and doing things you like to do in anywhere from 1 hour a day to 2 to 3 hours a day. I absolutely, personally believe that. So ChatGPT gives you a bunch of suggestions, and wow, that one looks like something I'd like to get after. And then say, can you create a plan for me to be successfully earning that $10,000 a month in the next 90 days? ChatGPT and every other AI format out there will give you a plan, and it's going to ask you, do you want me to do this or that? Now, chances are it's going to cause you to do some content creation, some reach outs to people, some things you can do instead of watching Netflix or drinking to inebriation or smoking so much weed you can't even see straight. It's going to give you some things to do, and then you keep refining that. It will give you a specific step-by-step plan for you to achieve your goals. Now, of course, it takes you, the human, to stay consistent, to stay persistent, to do the things it's telling you to do in your plan. And as your plan begins to develop, and remember, you're not earning $10,000 a month by tomorrow. So that means you're learning. Like, unless you're a fool or you have a low IQ, you should be learning as you are doing the things in your plan, following the steps in your plan. And so you're gonna be making adjustments by checking in with your ChatGPT coach. Say, hey, I'm not really getting much response from this. How can we do it better? Now you got to tell it, by the way, you're not going to get this unless you do the $20 version. But $20 a month to make $10,000 a month? Crazy. And so what you're going to find once you get into it, if you'll work with whatever AI system, format, app that you're working with, is you are going to continually get feedback if you give it the information, if you tell it what's going on. And so you're going to constantly get information and feedback on what you're doing and how's it going. And maybe a month from now, what you have decided to do as your way of making that extra $10,000 a month, you're making $1,000. Okay, I'm at $1,000 a month. Here's what I'm doing. Here's what's happening. What do I need to do to accelerate that so I make sure I make my goal in the next 60 days? When you are having these kind of conversations, and by the way, this relates to anybody in any age, and certainly who's leading the charge are young people, because they're not afraid of it. I can tell you that there's a couple like Claude I don't know enough about, so I wouldn't be telling you, but Gemini, ChatGPT, there's others like that. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's really just kind of working with you and drawing out of you and pointing you in the right direction. Look, if you were self-motivated, if you could have done all this yourself and done the research and created the plans and executed on the plans, and again, you wanted to. Like, a lot of people don't want to get out of debt. And when I say that, it's because you look at how they're behaving. They're doing nothing about it. So they're okay with having a crumbling financial world. I don't know why. I don't know. There's such great peace in being financially independent. Such great peace. And here's the deal. You know that person you're looking at in the mirror? That's the one who has to decide. You got to decide to get on the bandwagon. It's 2026, and in the next 2 years, I believe this. I believe there'll be more millionaires, multimillionaires, and billionaires created because of AI, and then it'll settle down. Like any revolution. Think of all the .com millionaire and billionaires that were in the 90s. And, basically that's kind of been an incredible run, and it's run its course to a certain degree. And certainly there's new things, new creations, new ways of making money. But this is going to be bigger than anything that man has created. And if you're on the sideline, you'll get blown away. And if you've got a job that's at risk, and by the way, people are losing their jobs left and right because of AI, don't you think you should learn it? I don't make a penny off of AI, but I use it every day. I find it to be the most helpful tool I've ever had in my life. And I just want you to be successful. Have a blessed day.